Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Bundles and welcome to our Sunday Chit Chat Q&A video. If you are new to this channel, on Sundays I read through questions via comments, emails, DMs, text messages. I choose one topic to go over and elaborate on. So today I am going to be elaborating on a question that I received via text message. And the question was asking, do I think that adding a counter or a timer app to your website is beneficial, especially during Black Friday? So if you are interested in my thoughts and also some tips, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please make sure that you are subscribed and let's get right into the video. Okay, so before I get into the video, I do want to let you all know, if you want to send in a question, feel free to leave me a comment under any video. Feel free to email me. I'll go ahead and throw my email across the screen. It is btalks@yahoo.com. Send me a text message. If you've done business with me, then you do have my business number. It's also on my website. If you click the links down below, you'd be able to get in contact with me just various ways. So keep that in mind. I don't know if the number is on my... I believe the number is on my website, but if you've done business with me, more than likely you have my number for the business. So there's just many ways to get in touch with me. I enjoy interacting with you all. And so if you do have a question, like I mentioned, feel free to contact me on any social media networks, email me, DM me, send me a text, whatever works best for you. So I thought this question would be really appropriate because the last few videos that we've been doing pertaining to hair have been going over different tips and more insight on how to prepare your business for Black Friday. A lot of companies or a lot of business owners that watch me, they're online. I have some people that watch me that have actual, physical business locations, brick and mortar locations. So whatever business you are operating, I do suggest looking into Black Friday for your business. Like I always say, when you're listening to me, when you're listening to different podcasts, when you're watching different videos, reading books, it's great to soak in information, but you ultimately want to be the one that makes the best decision for your business. So me personally, I believe that you should add a counter app or a timer app to your website. Now, there may be some people out there wondering, what is a counter app? What is a timer app? I've made videos before on how to add this app to your online store. So if you are interested in how to, then check out my playlist. I have tons of videos in my playlist that will give you step-by-step tutorials on how to add various apps, how to add products on Shopify and different things like that. But a timer app is if you've ever gone to a website and you've seen like a timer. So like 16 days, 5 hours, 13 minutes until the Black Friday sale. Or you may see something that says, 16 days, 6 hours and 13 minutes and 17 seconds until the Black Friday sale. And it's a counter. It's a timer that actually continuously counts until the big day arrives. So I do think that it is beneficial to add it to your website. I don't think that it's necessarily crucial. I think that you can still be very productive and still have a great Black Friday without it. But if it is something that you are interested in, if it is something that you're open to, why not? It is something that can definitely help benefit the overall success and progress of the sale that you're looking at planning. So the first reason that I do recommend adding on the counter app or the timer app is because it does create a sense of urgency. In sales, you do want to make sure that you have that sense of urgency available. You do want to let your customers know that they can check in or shop with you whenever, but you do also want to let them know that, hey, this is going to be a great discount. It's going to be a limited time offer. So terms like limited time offer, terms like, flash sale, Black Friday sale, Cyber Monday sale, things like that trigger a sense of urgency because it allows the customer to know and resonate with the fact that this sale is not going to be happening for too much longer. That's a lot of reason why Black Friday is so successful, because it is that sense of urgency. It's that sense of, if I don't get it tonight, either it's going to be gone or the sale is going to be over. And so it would be beneficial to have that same type of urgency with your business as well. Not saying that they can't shop after that, but it is saying that, hey, you do want to make sure that you're participating in this sale so that you get the best value for your money, so that you are getting the best discount, because I typically don't offer this good of a discount. And so, like I said, it just creates that sense of urgency, and it increases your sales. You have different type of shoppers. So the longer that you do stay in business, Dive in your analytics. I talk about that a lot in my videos. Make sure that you are getting familiar with the type of customers that you have. Of course, every customer is different. Every person is different, but there are still certain types of customers. So for example, I'm my own individual. However, I can resonate with impulsive shoppers on Black Friday because I may not have a list planned out. But, depending on the year, depending on how I feel, I may just decide to go out and just, wing it, just see what I like and decide to go for that. So, a lot of people are either, impulsive shoppers, or, you have some people that actually plan it out. But once you can, start learning and identifying the type of customers that you typically have, as far as, are they wanting to buy today, or are they going to wait? Are they moved by sales, or do sales really not phase them? You want to kind of figure out your audience, and that's why it's so important to zone in and try to find out who you're targeting, the age group, the location. You want to make sure that your marketing campaigns are reaching your target customers and even past that. But we first, in my opinion, should start off with who it is that's shopping with us now, So sometimes companies will send out surveys to kind of get a better idea of their customer base. Sometimes companies will send out like different newsletters asking if you like this marketing campaign over this marketing campaign, or if you like this product over this product. And so it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's trial and error, but it is a sense of, just getting to learn your customer base a little bit better. So if you do have a lot of customers that are like, hey, once they come to my website, they are buying, I'm really good at creating a sense of urgency, then setting a timer on your website is definitely right up your alley. It does kind of set that, okay, I need to make this sale, or I need to make this purchase now, or, in 16 days, I need to make this purchase that day to make sure that I get my order. So yes, that would be my first reason. It does create that sense of urgency, and anyone that's in sales, no matter what you're selling, I'm sure you can understand and appreciate the importance of setting a sense of urgency. The second reason that I say that it is beneficial to add those apps is because you can create interest. So when a customer goes to your website, typically customers are not staying on your website all day. You may have some that are really, really interested and stay on there all day. And even then, it's not like they're glued to the computer screen or to their phone on that page all day. It may be up, so they may be doing a couple things that day, and they may occasionally check back and look at your website, or occasionally go to another page and read more about your services and products, or occasionally look at some pictures or watch some videos on your YouTube channel. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're keeping customers on your website as long as you can, because that is going to increase your orders. If a customer is on your website for a minute versus a second or 10 seconds, that customer that was on your website for a minute has a higher probability of, going through with an order than the customer that was on there for a second or 10 seconds. So we do want to make sure that we have something that is going to catch their interest. So if you do have an app that's actually moving, a lot of times that does catch the attention of customers. And so that would be another reason why I would say go ahead and add that app. Now, if you are using a different e-commerce site other than Shopify, I'm not sure how much flexibility you will have with customizing your website as far as adding different apps. I'm not sure. That's one of the reasons that I do constantly speak about Shopify, is because Shopify does give you the option to add different apps to your website and to your online store. So if you wanted to add a counter app or a timer app, I'm saying counter or timer because different apps, if you type in counter, you may see some of the same apps pop up as if you type in timer. So whatever you want to call it, but Shopify gives you that option to kind of add different apps to your website. So if you don't have Shopify, it's okay. You definitely can sign up for Shopify. The link is always below in the video. You'll get a free trial, and then after that, you can go ahead and choose the plan that works best for you in your store. So yes, make sure when you are looking for an e-commerce site that you're looking at everything. I say this a lot of times in videos. We're not just looking at the price, because you may be able to get a free website, but the free website may not give you all the tools that you would like to be as successful as you want to be. The free website may not give you as much flexibility to customize the website to how you like it. So just keep in mind, free doesn't always mean that, it's for you. Free does mean that it's free, but we also want to make sure that we're looking at the value that we're getting with the free service. I know, like I say in a lot of videos as well, a lot of us start off with different budgets. We start off in different areas and different visions with our business. So wherever you start is okay. You know, if you are like, hey, I really don't have the money to pay a monthly fee on the website right now, but I do want to get started, then get started with something that you can't afford. However, just because you start there doesn't mean that we have to stay there. So we also want to make sure that we're not being stagnant. If you've been on a free website and you're like, hey, this is just not, I'm not able to do what I want to do. It's really hard for me to move forward because I'm limited as to what I can offer my customers, as far as, different pop-up banners that other websites have, or different timer apps, or different newsletters. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to now transition over to another e-commerce site that better fits my needs. So, just keep that in mind, and know that the goal is always to move forward with your business. Now, the next reason that I say that adding those apps are important in my opinion, or they are beneficial in my opinion, is because you're taking advantage of your resources. Now, if you are on Shopify, I believe when I created my video going through how to add a timer app to your website, I believe the app was free. I'm not sure 100%, but I'm pretty sure that app was free. And if it wasn't free, then it was a low dollar amount. And so if you do already have Shopify, or if you are paying for an e-commerce site and they give you options to add different apps, why not? Why not take advantage of your resources? Why not use everything that you have available to you? Now, does that mean that you have to go ahead and add the timer app right now? It doesn't mean that. Sometimes people wait until like 7 days before the sale and then start the timer. Sometimes people start the timer at the beginning of the month. Sometimes people wait until the middle of the month. It really all depends on what works best for you and your business. But that's why I've been saying since the beginning of the month that we want to already have an idea of what we're doing for Black Friday. So you don't have to put it out now. You don't have to go ahead and release it to your Instagram or to your website now, but you do want to make sure that you're having everything planned out so that when it does get close to Black Friday, and when you do start to see a lot of companies, a lot of stores, a lot of businesses offering those sales, you can go ahead and decide, okay, is this a good time for me to jump in, or should I wait? Should I go ahead and do it now? You can kind of figure that out, but you have everything ready and you don't have to really go back to the drawing board and try to hurry up and put something together and run the risk of putting out a discount that doesn't really work well for your store. I say this too, a lot of times, make sure that you're double checking your discounts. Make sure that you are placing test orders. The last thing that you want is to place an order or to create a discount, and a customer places an order and the discount is not what you intended it to be. The discount is either too low or it's too high. And so at that point, we have some serious choices to make. It's either if the discount code was too high and the customer is buying hair at a rate that you're not going to profit off of, it's like, was that your goal? Because some companies definitely will create a discount that is really low and they're not making anything off of that particular item, but they do that as a marketing strategy, either to get more customers to their store or to get the customers in, but hopefully they'll buy something else, or they have that budgeted already. But if that wasn't your goal, that could be, you could be in a position where you're like, hey, what do I do? Do I need to follow through with this order, or am I going to cancel the order and contact the customer? And we have to be conscious that everything that we do is building up a reputation to our customers about our brand, and not just our customers, but to whoever our customer knows too, because word of mouth spreads really, really fast. And so to avoid that situation altogether, just make sure that you are very careful with the type of discounts that you add. Even if you think you put the discount in correctly, go back, do a test order, and make sure that you're protecting yourself and your brand, because you don't want unnecessary problems arising from something that could have been stopped if you would have double checked. So we all make mistakes. We all are learning. No one's perfect, but I'm just saying, as someone that has made the mistake before of offering a discount that was way too low, and I decided to go ahead and follow through with the discount and still send out the hair because it was on my end. The mistake was on my part. I still went through with it. But like I said, it was a costly lesson to learn. So I just want to help everyone out that I can. Make sure that you're double checking your discounts. Now, the next reason that I say adding a timer app would be beneficial is because it gives people a reason to check back. So if I go to this website and I really want this hair, or I really want, these eyelashes, and I know that, in 7 days or in 15 days, I'm going to get a discount, or it's going to be some special promotion. If I don't want to buy it that day, I'll continuously check back, or I may go ahead and purchase an order today and then check back in the future too to see, I really like the order that I purchased today. But I want more. So let me make sure that I'm purchasing when they have a sale. So they have a sale in 7 days. So I'm going to keep checking back to see if anything else has happened with the website, or I'm going to wait until that 7th day and check back to see what else they're offering. So you do want to give your customers a reason to come back to your website. You want to give your customers another reason to repurchase. I talk a lot about driving for repeat business, not even just focusing solely on getting new customers, but also focusing on keeping the customers that you do have is really, really important in business. I think a lot of companies kind of move away from that and their focus is primarily just on new customers. But it's like, if you're looking at your business from an overall view, it makes more sense to, focus on getting new customers, but also focus on the ones that you have, because that's really important. If you can keep your customers and drive repeat business and also bring new customers through the door and then drive repeat business with them, it just creates a more productive flow for your business. So adding the timer apps or adding the counter apps, it definitely can give your customers a reason to check back in with you. And that's what you want. You want website traffic. And then the last reason that I would say that adding those apps are beneficial is because it is common. A lot of times customers can relate to websites that, I don't want to say look the same, but have something that's, have like a familiar dash in it, So if I go to like a big name website and I see a counter app or a timer app on there, and then I go to another website and I'm searching for hair and I see another timer or a counter app from there, that's like a familiar splash. It's a familiar app. And so I may say, I feel really comfortable purchasing with this website because they do have things on this website that are familiar, and so a lot of times customers purchase with what they feel comfortable and safe with and what is familiar to them. I'm not saying that your website has to mimic everyone's website. I'm not saying that you have to follow everyone's protocol to the T. Again, like I say in a lot of videos, make sure that you're doing what works best for you and your business. However, a lot of customers purchase when they feel comfortable, and you feel comfortable when you see something that is familiar. So the counter and timer apps are definitely common and they're familiar, and it can definitely help some of your customers feel more secure with purchasing with you just by seeing that counter app and that timer app that they've seen on many websites that they enjoy purchasing from. So to answer your question, do I think that adding a timer app or a counter app to your website during this time of year, do I think that it's critical? Or do I think that it's beneficial? I don't think that it's critical, meaning I don't think that you have to do it in order to be successful during Black Friday. However, I do think that it's beneficial based on the reasons that we just went over. So if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.